Hello and welcome. My name is Reed Alvarado, Communications Coordinator at Sunline Transit Agency, and a very happy Transit Tuesday to all of you. We're happy to be back this week to talk about a very exciting new committee at Sunline, the Youth Sustainability Committee. This presentation will be in English, but my colleague Nicholas will follow up with the same presentation in Spanish in just a few minutes. Both presentations will be on our Facebook page for you to view after this presentation. And I will give my colleague Nicholas a second just to repeat that in Spanish.
Hola para ustedes que están con nosotros. Este es Facebook en vivo y hoy vamos a hablar de nuestro nuevo programa, el Comité de Sostenibilidad para los Jóvenes. Y vamos a empezar con Reed en inglés.
Perfect. All right. Now, what is the Youth Sustainability Committee? I'd understand if you had some questions. This brand new committee is made up of 10 Coachella Valley High School students, and they will work to be a new voice towards Sunline's work in zero emission technology and energy reduction, among other things. Let's first talk about everything you need to know to apply. First off, unlike our student art contest, which is open to any student, kindergarten through 12th grade, this committee is only open to those ages 13 through 18 and will be enrolled in a Coachella Valley High School this fall. Any Coachella Valley High School, public or private, qualifies you to apply. And there will be one representative from each of the 9 cities in the Coachella Valley and one representative for the unincorporated communities of Riverside County. Now, with the qualifications out of the way, let's talk about why you should apply today. There are a lot of reasons to join extracurricular activities in high school that range from providing new insights and experiences to creating new contacts in the professional world that will benefit future job opportunities. While both of these exciting opportunities are very true here with the Youth Sustainability Committee, we also want to make sure you know everything that's happening at Sunline to show how much impact you can have to help shape the direction of our future and why we at Sunline believe it's so important to amplify the voice of youth in the Coachella Valley. Now, some quick statistics. 13% of the US population is between 10 and 19 years old. That means approximately 41 million teenage youth are in our country right now. On top of that, one of the fastest growing sectors of the economy is green technology. This exponentially growing industry is projected to go from just $8.79 billion in 2019 to reach 48.36 billion by 2027, a number that is only sure to grow with investments like the ones we're making in our very state. The state of California currently has a goal of being carbon neutral by the year 2045. That will only be made possible by the investments and innovation that are happening right here at places like Sunline Transit Agency. Sunline is a world leader in the real-world implementation of hydrogen fuel cell technology. Considering the largest portion of greenhouse gases in the state today currently come from the transportation sector, the implications of our work are incredibly important to all types of transportation in the state. Now, you'll be joining the Youth Sustainability Committee at a very exciting moment for Sunline. We're currently in the midst of rapidly expanding our zero-emission bus fleet, with a majority of our fleet set to run on hydrogen fuel cell technology, coupled by battery electric vehicles to round out to 100% zero-emission fleet. As we mentioned before, the innovation that happens here at Sunline with our fleet does not only apply to our buses and facilities. Sunline is a laboratory of advancement for fuel cell technology in our field. Our growth and success is helping to secure investments in fuel cell transportation throughout the entire transportation sector. By investing in our fleet, we're helping to drive down the cost of investment and building out important infrastructure that will be used by others. The best way to visually tell the story of this partnership is to talk about our partnership with Cummins, which is utilizing our close proximity to the I-10 corridor to refuel as its test for a hydrogen fuel cell semi-truck, which will greatly contribute to improving air quality for all Californians. This committee will expose you to technology that will define the future of the automotive, trucking, and even aviation industries. We also want you to know that the evolution of our fleet isn't just a mere goal that may or may not happen. Not only are we already operating zero-emission vehicles on the road today, but we're also mandated by the state to operate a 100% zero-emission fleet by 2040. While that target might sound far away, we can assure you in the world of transportation, that means you will be hard at work, or we all will be hard at work today to make that goal happen. And of course, we wouldn't be Sunline if we were just trying to meet the mandates that have been set out for us. In fact, here at Sunline, we have the goal of being 100% zero emission by 2035, which is 5 years before our mandate. This does not only include our Sunbus fleet, but also includes our paratransit and support vehicles. Now, it's important to note that our fleet enhancements are not the only upgrades we're making here at Sunline. We're also upgrading our facilities to make sure that not only do we have clean buildings, but we can also generate the energy we use to power our fleet on site. This helps to drive down cost, and it also cuts down on added transportation emissions of moving fuel sources. And this is coupled with the very great benefit to anyone joining the Youth Sustainability Committee that you will be introduced to a centralized laboratory to see this technology up close and personal. Here in this photo, we see 4 shots of our campus in Thousand Palms, and you can see our growing solar panel projects, our zero emission bus refueling at our alternative fuel island. On the lower left is our electrolyzer, which helps us generate on-site hydrogen fuel cell sources. And on the bottom right is where it all happens. This is a little bit of a preview of where we are making all of our investments in Thousand Palms, California. All right, as if that wasn't enough, we are also in the midst of creating our very own West Coast Center of Excellence, which will act as an education center for those who are entering the field. This is just one more opportunity to add your voice as a game changer in the industry of clean transportation. Now, all of those are very, very exciting examples, but sometimes the best way to get a message across is with a quick visual aid. So bear with me for a second as we check out this exciting look at what we do here at Sunline Transit Agency. Well, Nicholas, I think that was a perfect summary of many of the topics I just covered. That is a very great video that I know we are very proud of here at Sunline Transit Agency. If there are any other questions you have about how to apply for the Youth Sustainability Committee, if there are any opportunities that you would like to ask in person, we will be out in the field in the coming weeks. On Thursday, this Thursday, we will be in Palm Springs at Sunrise Plaza. That is where the city pool and skate park are. The following Thursday, we will be at an exciting event with Mecca Library, and stay tuned for more details. The following week on June 10th, we will be at La Quinta Park. We're looking forward to reaching kids in the field and making sure they have all the information they need to submit an application today. Now, you can find an application for the Sunline Youth Committee at sunline.org/youth committee, where all the info to apply is. If you have any questions and are not going to be in the areas that we are going out to in the coming Thursdays, you can always email us at marketing@sunline.org or phone us at 760-343-3456. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But as I don't see any questions at the moment, I will hand it over to my colleague, Nicholas Robles, who will take us through this presentation in Spanish. And thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, Reed. Y muy gran video. So, ahora, ¿qué estamos hablando? El del Comité de Sostenibilidad para Juvenil. So, next slide, Reed. Gracias. ¿Qué es el Comité de Sostenibilidad Juvenil? Este nuevo comité compuesta 10 estudiantes de secundaria del Valle de Coachella será una nueva voz aquí en el Valle y van a trabajar en Sunline de tecnología de cero emisiones y para reducir la energía. Primero, asegurarse que sepa todo lo que necesita saber antes de presentar aquí. También tenemos otro programa y ese es de los artistas, de los estudiantes, y ese es para el grado de kinder hasta el grado 12. Este programa solamente para los jóvenes aquí que tienen 13 a 18 años y actualmente están inscritos en las escuelas secundarias aquí y pueden hacer una escuela privada o una escuela pública. ¿Por qué aplicar? Con las calificaciones afuera del camino, hablamos de por qué deberéis aplicar a este comité. Hay muchas razones para unirse a actividades extracurriculares en la escuela. Es muy importante cuando están haciendo las aplicaciones en su futuro para un trabajo o también de las aplicaciones de la universidad. Orientación del estado bajo reclamado de CARB, y este quiere decir el 1 de enero en el año 2020, los autobuses 100% necesitan hacer con poco emisiones, y Sunline ya ha tenido este programa de 1994, y luego para el enero de 2026, 25% necesita hacer autobuses con cero emisiones. Y Sunline ya está allí. Hoy es el año 2021, son 5 años adelante del estado. Next slide, please. ¿Y cómo funciona nuestra flauta hoy? Ahorita en 2021, 25% sin emisiones y los otros son de poco emisiones de gas natural. Y para el año 2035, para Sunline, todo va a ser con cero emisiones. ¿Por qué esperar? En junio de 2020, un plan de implementación de cero emisiones de Sunline estableciendo nuestro objetivo. So, como estaba diciendo antes, 100% de nuestros autobuses para el año 2035 sin emisiones, y eso es de autobuses de batería eléctrica y también de eléctricos de combustible. Pero también nuestra flota de paratránsito, y esos son los autobuses chiquitos. Esos van a estar sin emisiones para el año 2035. Y más, también más allí de nuestra propia flauta, el trabajo de cero emisiones de Sunlight está creando soluciones para todo en un sector. No nomás de autobuses, pero también de troques, de trailers y también de las aviones. La energía no se crea a sí misma, y es porque Sunlight tiene ha estado trabajando mucho, por ejemplo, tiene paneles solar allí donde todos se estacionan los carros, y eso hace la energía para los autobuses y también para los carros que los empleados usan. Pero también allí tenemos nuestro electricidador, y allí podemos hacer el hydrogen para los autobuses. Y aquí tienes una foto de nuestro autobús de hidrógeno. Y donde está ocurriendo todo en Mil Palmas, en nuestras oficinas de administración. Y no acabemos allí. Sunline también está midiendo la creación de nuestro centro de excelencia. Y este va a finalizar en el año 2022. Y para inversión de tecnología hay una inversión en formación y aprendizaje. Y para el año 2022 va a estar abierto, y también para la gente en otros tránsitos, para que puedan aprender en autobuses de sin emisiones. Y cómo vamos el comité a alcanzarnos, vamos a estar en 3 lados. El primero, el jueves 27 de mayo en la ciudad de Palm Springs, y luego el jueves, el 3 de junio, en la área de Mecca, en la biblioteca de Mecca, y también el jueves, el 10 de junio, en la ciudad de La Quinta. Si tienes preguntas o quieres aprender un poquito más, vamos a estar allí. Y también tenemos un video para que puedas aprender un poquito del futuro de hidrógeno aquí para el Valle de Coachella. Take it away, Reed. Pero todavía tienes más preguntas y cómo conectar con nosotros. Muchos lugares donde puedes conectar con nosotros en nuestro sitio de web. Y allí también puedes agarrar el aplicación para este nuevo programa si tienes los años 13 a 18, o también puedes mandar un correo electrónico a nuestro marketing@sunline.org, o si quieres llamar, también pueden llamar.
All right, thank you very much, Nicholas. That will be the end of our Transit Tuesday today. Let me just make sure we don't have any questions at the moment.
I don't see any questions, Reed.
Perfect. Well, we will be following up with a series of information regarding our Youth Sustainability Committee, as well as our student art contest, which is always important to talk about in tandem. Our student art contest will be live for submissions from now until June 14th, 2021. You can find info for both of these exciting youth opportunities at sunline.org. If you have any questions, once again, please reach out to marketing@sunline.org or call us at 760-343-3456. We always appreciate you taking the time either on a Tuesday afternoon or later in the week to check out Transit Tuesday, and we'll be back next week. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Gracias, Reed.